Ice. That was legit the hardest climb I've ever done.
And look what he's climbing. It's a waterfall, a 40-meter high waterfall. With the cold temperatures at this time of year, frozen waterfalls are not just beautiful sights, they are actual challenges and drawing all sorts of adventure seekers in Newfoundland and Labrador. So, let's go to Peter Cowan, who's back with us, who has accepted the challenge and is here with us this morning. Look at that beautiful backdrop. Tell us about this this pastime and how it's growing among Newfoundlanders, Peter.
Heather, this is a sport that we're seeing a lot more people as you drive by the road here, taking one look at that big chunk of ice and saying, you know what, I think I can climb that. The sport of rock climbing has been growing in this province, and as rock climbers hit the winter season, they're thinking, well, I still want to be able to climb, so instead of rocks, they're choosing to climb ice. And a lot of people might think, well, hold on a second, ice is presenting some challenges. So first of all, it's always changing. So one day to the next you get melt and thaw, so it's not nearly as stable as rocks, but the people who climb it say in some ways it's actually more safe because you're tied on and you've got an axe in each hand and sharp crampons on your feet, and so you can basically scale up pretty much any surface just like this one. I went along with Terry Day as he climbed High Anxiety, which is that frozen waterfall that you were showing right off the top. And he says that this is a sport that appeals really because of the challenge of trying to make your way up something so steep and so icy.
Oh, guaranteed for ice climbing, you're going to break stuff off. You're going to see it falling off while I climb. That's what the rope and harness is for. If you fall, it's no big deal. The rope catches you. It's pretty safe.
So he's pretty understated about the whole thing. I gotta say, watching him go up the side of that waterfall, he says it's safe, but it looked pretty perilous to me.
Okay, you didn't just talk to him. You didn't just watch these climbers at work. Peter Cowan, waterfall climber. You have to add that to the CV. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, they guilted me into this, Heather. They said, well, we took a 65-year-old woman up on the weekend, so surely you should be able to manage a bit of a climb. So what choice did I have? I accepted the challenge, and actually, this is the waterfall right behind me. This is the one that I climbed up earlier. And let's take a look. It was easier than I expected because you've got lots of sharp utensils to be able to dig into the ice. And this one is actually not straight vertical. It's got a bit of a slope, so it's more kind of like a really steep climb. But yeah, I made it up all the way to the top, and the one interesting thing that I asked him about before I got a chance to climb was, what are the views like? And funnily enough, he says, you know what? They don't actually spend a lot of time enjoying the view because you're way too focused on climbing. And in fact, your face is looking towards the mountain. It's not out looking towards the view. So, and having tried it myself, I've got to say the same thing. You're much more focused on the climb than you are on the world around you.
Now, you're not a climber, right? You're like a guy who climbs stairs, and that's pretty much it?
Yeah, I've never done rock climbing. Climbing the corporate ladder is about all I strive to achieve, though, Heather.
Well, now you have a whole new achievement. That's wonderful, and it does look fantastic. So, Peter, thanks for bringing us that look. And there he is at Southside Hills in St. John's, our Peter Cowan this morning.